Hello everyone, welcome back to FX 20 Pips. Today is the 14th of May 2023. It's a Sunday. My time is GMT plus 8. There is no trading today. Basically, today I'm just going to talk about the Friday price movement, and then yeah, we will try to see what I can cover that comes to my mind. Anyway, we are at this 8 hours GBPUSD. As you can see, last Friday the price again dropped out the new 8-hour range box that we draw, and it closed with a full bearish candle bar. Okay, just one. All right. You can also see that the price started with last Friday started with bullish, and then there was a big indecisiveness there. And once it goes below all this sell zone, goes below the previous day low, which is the Thursday low, and then it just keep dropping. All right. This is last Friday price. Let's go down to the hour time frame, which I just want to talk about the buy and sell zone. Okay, and then explain to you what's going on. So last Friday we identified this buy zone, this sell zone, and a secondary sell zone. Okay, so what you can see is that start of the day, all right, the price slowly creep up. Okay, and you realize that it hardly ever close above the buy zone. Okay, until this candle here. So what time is this candle? This is 4 p.m. Okay, London and Frankfurt has already started at 2 and 3 p.m. So it took them about another hour for it to break up above the buy zone. Okay, so this is the first candle that break out above the buy zone. And what happened to the second candle? Remember, I always look at the second candle. The second candle barely went above the high. Maybe I just zoom in a bit. There we go. Okay, this is the first candle that break out of the buy zone, and then the second candle that follows just slightly break out above this high. Okay, but then it closed very near to the buy zone here. The third candle, okay, looks to be pretty decent bullish, close above these two. Okay, even went high up above this level, right? It went higher than this level. So at this stage, okay, I myself could be tricked into it to buy, all right, because this is above the buy zone, right? Candle close above it, one attempt, second, and this is all. It all looks bullish, isn't it? Right? Lower high, higher high. Okay, but then what happened here is there's no continuation, right? By the time it forced this fellow to come back down, all right, and then back and close into below the buy zone, okay, what would tells you is that uh, the buyers are gone. Okay, the buyers could have taken profit here, and the sellers start coming in. Okay, especially when it closed back below the buy zone. right? Then what happened is there's a continuation of pushing it down. Okay, it doesn't want to go below the sell zone. All right, indecisive again, and then bang, it went down. Okay, so on high side, you can see that once this candle, a bearish candle, close back below the buy zone, you are not looking for buy anymore. All right, and then very tendency that you can actually start uh, looking for sell as you approach here. I mean, your stop loss will be here, is it? This is for scalping, okay? This is for scalping, not for my usual long-term trading of 8 hours and above, right? Of course, my point is that if my long term is to buy bullish, and if I were to start to buy here, put a stop loss here, okay, and as price go up, I move my stop loss to here, okay, I would have got profit around this area, right? My stop loss here, the price keep going up here, I move the stop loss to the lowest here, right? You would have made some money with this scalping. Now, if the price were to keep going up, and if it goes according to your higher time frame, 8H of bullishness, then you would have made very good entry because your stop loss is only here, right? But then you're looking at the you're trading bullish based on the higher time frame. You get what I mean? All right, so entry here, stop loss is here, but then you're going up here. Okay, now this is definitely more than 1 to 3 if your target is here. All right, so the idea is to enter a trade as if you are scalping, but then if it goes your way, then you got to let it run, okay, based on the higher time frame. Now let's go back to here. Okay, hope you have no questions here. If you do, I'm not sure whether you noticed or not, in the description I have my Discord group, which is basically the FX20 pips. Or you can click the link in my descriptions and then just go to the Discord group, and then it's we can discuss whatever question you have over there. It's much neater. All right. Okay, so this is about the buy and sell zone. Hope you understand. Let's go back to the higher time frame. Okay, so you could be looking at the chart. Okay, you see, all right, okay, now I know it's coming down. Okay, it's bearish. This is an 8 hours chart. Bearish candle. Now we're not sure. We're bearish again. We're very bearish. Now, ooh, we're not sure again. We're not sure. And here we hit a bearish again. All right, if you take a step back and look, whoa, this is also bearish. Okay, you would seem to be like, oh, there's a big drop. There's a big drop, isn't it? But then comparing, then you have to understand. Um, you know how price is made of the GBP and USD, right? So looking at GBPUSD when the price dropped, then you have to ask yourself, is it because of the weakness of GBP that causes the price to go down? Or is it the higher strength of USD that cause the GBPUSD to go down? All right, what is the cause of this bearishness? Of course, we wouldn't know the actual uh, uh, truth of it. Okay, why it goes down is because there's more seller, right? I mean, that's a basic uh, buy and sell high, right? More people sell, the price will go down. But then you want to go into the detail. Is it a stronger USD or is it a weaker GBP? How do you know? Then you have to compare with other currency. Okay, like this. Let me just show you another screen. There you go. Can you see that? Okay, so I have Go, XAU USD, I have Aussie USD, I have Euro USD, I have GBP USD. Okay, look at all these currency with the USD dollar here. Okay, you'll notice that Go on Friday it's only dropped 0.2%, and Go has been consistently at above 2000 level. Okay, but that's not what we're going to go into detail. We are going to look at the other corresponding currency. Aussie USD, Friday it dropped 0.94%. Euro USD it dropped 0.61%. And GBP USD it managed a 0.5%. So comparing, or it does shows that it is the strength of the US dollar that causes the majority of other currency to drop. Okay, all right, and you can even see the Nasdaq with a strong USD, it dropped, okay, to at least 0.6%. Dow Jones drop. All right, London stock, okay, it's in positive. Yeah, and of course, as you can see, this is the US dollar currency. It strengthened, right, on Friday. Okay, so looking at this downtrend and comparing with all this here, okay, the GBP still has its strength. Okay, okay, if not for the higher strength of USD, okay, this might have gone up, right? Okay, now this is if this bearishness is because of a weakness in GBP, then I'll be a bit worried. Okay, all right, then that would means that this one become this is still a negative, but all these are positive, positive, positive. Then you have to start to worry about, oh, okay, should I relook at GBP USD? Should I be looking at Dow? All right, so at this stage, no. Okay, at this stage, like what I say, on a higher time frame, okay, on a higher time frame, it has been going up. All right, and I always say it's retracement, it's healthy for continuation. All right, you might say, oh, okay, well then, how far can it retrace? Well, the facts of life is price can retrace anywhere. 50% shoot up, it can come to 61% shoot up, this level shoot up, this level shoot up, right? Okay, you get what I mean? Price can come all the way down near here and keep going up. You can still say it's bullish. All right, so it is in this higher time frame. Of course, you look at it, it's bullish. Okay, but if you look at the lower time frame, all right, or if you're just concentrating here, you say, oh, this is the end of GBP USD. Everybody just sell, which is nothing wrong. Okay, if you want to play with this bearishness here, that is totally fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay, all right, now still at the 8 hours. Let me move this one. Okay, so you see that, okay, oh, we are at the day. All right, we are at the day. You see that, okay, price was indecisive, seller comes in, you can see the seller and more seller. So where do you think you stop? Why does it stop here? What is so interesting about this level? Oh, is it here? Maybe you see that. Oh, okay. And while you are zooming in here, you wouldn't have noticed this level here, right? For example, if we are only looking at 1 hour, would you have see so far back? You might not, okay, because you might be just focusing on here. All right, that is why I always say to draw all the level that's important. Okay, what do I mean by that? So let me just change the screen. Okay, let's go to, so we were on a day. Okay, so we have a previous day high low. We go to week. All right, so we have the, let me remove the range box, remove the day, buy, sell. Okay, these are the, I'm on the weekly, and I drew the previous week high low midpoint. Okay, so it's near the previous week low. Okay, let's go to month. Let's look at my previous month. Okay, it's near the midpoint of previous month chart. All right, then let's go to higher time frame, 3 months. It's the past 3 months high, which is this candle, was at 1.24478 last Friday. It went to 0.24469. Okay, so it drops a little bit below to the previous quarter high. Okay, let's zoom in here as you can see. Let's go back to 1 hour. Right. Okay. So once you reach the previous quarter high, buyer starts to comes in. It's attempt to go down. So it just becomes stagnant and range over there. All right. So let's go to 6 months. Okay, previous 6 months. This is the last 6 months. Okay, and this is the current 6 months still in progress. We still got 1 month to go. But last Friday it drops to 469, and the last 6 month high was at 465. Okay, again let's go to the lower time frame and have a look. So we are at the hour. Okay, now with the last 6 months you can see that it did not go below. All right, but buyers start coming in at this level. Okay, this is the last 6 month level. Right, so while you are trading on the lower time frame, like even let's say 5 minutes, okay, and with the, okay, so let's say Friday you were trading and you decided to do a sell, okay, so where are some of your possible targets? Okay, well, you might have to look at this one, isn't it? Okay, right, once it come up to this level, if you were to enter from here, you might think that, oh, my first target is here. Yeah, then you need to look at all these higher time frame of levels. Okay, 6 months and all this, right? That is why I find out all these levels. Okay, 6 month, quarter month, previous week. All right. So, and even up to the previous day, right? So you might think that, oh, this is unnecessary, why am I doing all this? Well, you always have its users, okay? So that's why I always do it that way. Okay. Let me just hide all those again. Go back to 8 hours. Right. So what we can do now is, the usual. Sorry, go back to 1 hour. We can go and do our previous day high. All right. There's no market today, so that's the Friday. So this is previous day high, which is Friday high, and the low here. Do a pip, get my midpoint. Okay, it's about there. I move my Monday opening here just to stand by. Okay, right when Monday start where it opens, I will then just put it there. Okay, wherever it is. So I have this markup and going back to the 8 hours. The zone. Okay, this is the 8 hours first candle the breakout of this thing, of this range box. So we're just going to wait for Monday and see how it goes, whether is it going to shoot up or is it going to be carry on. Monday usually is quiet, okay, it might just be a little bit here, range here, okay. But I tell you what, every time I say this, okay, it will be a big candle somewhere, okay. That's why sometimes I don't like to say things out loud. All right, so this range box will be here. It's going to remain the same. How about the day? Let's look at the day. Let's hide the 8, put up the day. Okay, so the day, on Thursday, it had drop out of this day range. The second candle, which is a Friday, still continuous down. All right, so by right, yeah, so we have to move the box now. Okay, you might think that, okay, I want to move here. All right, but usually I will move it to the bottom here. Okay, and then usually I will expect some um range market, okay, in my range around here, and then you decide whether it wants to keep going down or keep going up. All right, and then of course it will depend on the news of the coming week. Right, so that's how I deal with it. Yeah, hope it makes sense to you. So that's the day. Go back to 8. So 8 hours, I'll wait for it to come back, or yeah, like I say, the next 8 hours. Right. What else can I show you? Really nothing much, basically it's still the same. There is no buy and sell zone yet because you can only draw the buy and sell zones when the market is active. All right, so now I'm not going to do anything here. Okay, let's look at next week news. Here we go. We have the Monday. Now I said Monday is always quiet. This is all this sentiment is rubbish. Don't worry about it. Okay, but you can see that there's a lot of people talking. Let me just scroll down to you. See, they will talk. They will move the market a little bit, a little bit. Okay, keep going down. We have GBP on Tuesday, right? This might move the market. Scroll down. Then we have euro. Okay, there's a what is the euro GBP, where the euro will also affect the GBP currency. All right, so this is something that I take note of too. And then more US board members speaking. Right, and all this news, right? And keep talking. More news. Okay, CPI. All right. Um, Jobless claim continuous. All this high. Talking again. Now, the most important one is Powell speech. Okay, it's just a speech. All right, he might be attending some events or some conference, and then he's scheduled to talk, and that's where they put in this speech here. All right, these are all my time. Okay, GMT +8, so you got to change and find your own local time. And usually when he talks, you move the market. Okay, um, more than all these other reserve board members. All right, so basically it's more of U.S. news, Euro, and all these board chairmen talking for next week. All right, going back to the chart. On the higher time frame, so it's still the same to me, as in I am looking at here, all right, and the price should be keep going up, okay. But then again, I would say unless this one become a bearish one, then I might have to relook at it. That's gonna take time, isn't it? Okay. Overall, it looks like it's coming down, but we are trading this area, okay, which is in the our human time frame is supposed to be going up. All right, so obviously you can see this will be the resistance over here. Let's look at what is the level. Very interesting. Okay, that's about these two level. 1.43, 1.42. Wow, it's going to take a while to reach up there. Okay, don't forget we're looking at 3 months, 2018 level. Okay, here what is it? 2021 level. All right. So the point is, if it still keep going up, that's how much pips you can get. How much is it? Here to here. If you only need 20 pips, here you have 1,778.7 pips. That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Going back to 8 hours. Okay. Which is like that. Hopefully just come down and go up there. And remember last week, talk about the bullishness, and then I draw those lines to find the bearish. Yeah, that was in the day, isn't it? So let's go to day. Okay. Basically, this is just to determine how far based on the history, you can still drop. Okay, and then there's one here. Last week I only used those in the bullish range. Okay, more than 2 day candles, more than 2 days candle. I draw it down, I draw it down. You can watch a previous video. Okay, and then now it seems to be going much higher. So let's try this one. Okay, and see what's the level. Let's give it a go. Here to here, 263 pips. Let's clone it. Let's go over here. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, so this is 263 pips as per the history. So currently it has already gone to 235.2 pips. Okay, so tentatively, based on the history, there's another what's that, 20-30 over pips to drop. Okay, now doesn't mean that it comes here and then it start going up, just like all these shorter one doesn't mean that it come here and go up. Okay, as you can see, what we can use is only some history to help us to gauge. Okay, can it keep going down? Yeah, it can, right? Because if you use another method to observe, right, if you're doing all those all the blocks, okay, very simply is that these are all the money. Okay, there are money to be made here. Okay, the buyers have all the stop loss here, stop loss here, stop loss here. Okay, when buyers put a stop loss here, it means the buyer is ready to sell away their existing holding. Okay, all right. So the price might want to target all this money here because they know that, ooh, there's a possibility big buyers are here, big buyers are here, big buyers are here. Once the price reach this level, the buyer will give up. When they give up, the buyer has to sell, right? So when they sell, the seller will also keep coming in. Okay, so you might just keep coming in until you meet somewhere, yeah, where you have a strong buyer. Okay, so this is another method, which is the what you call it, order blocks, money blocks, or SMC, smart money concept, and all this. Okay, it's just fancy words. All right, all fancy words, but what never change is a candle. Okay, the shape of the candles never changes. The top and the open, the close. Okay, look at the candle, you know that this is very bearish, very bearish. Okay, without thinking of whether they are going to take out a buyer or not, just concentrate. If it's bearish, and if you are scalping, if you want to go against the major trend, just know that you are looking at retracement. Okay, so you don't know when the retracement is going to stop and then just keep pushing up. All right, if you're scalping, then of course you have to go with the flow. Okay, if it's bearish, I sell. If it's bullish, I buy. Right, so it's really up to your personality, your temperament. Okay, whether you can handle uh 8 hour chart, 8 hours candle better. All right, because it gives you times to think. You got 8 hours to think what you're going to do next, isn't it? Hmm? Comparing to if you go down to a minute, okay, all these minute candle, what are you going to do? Okay, are you able to control your hope and fear and think properly that, oh, yeah, buyers start to come in. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? Before you can focus, you have an indecisive. All right, and then you see another bearish. Then you have to quickly think. All right, this is a bearish. This is a bearish. The buyer did come in, but then the buyer fails to keep push the price up. Okay, yes, it goes higher and higher, but look at that. It's closing. It's indecisive. It's closing back here. All right, and this one, this candle, this candle should be able to give you an idea to sell with a stop loss here. All right, you might be scared of this bullish candle after you put a sell here. All right, but if your stop loss is here, you will not be stop out, and then off you go. All right, and then what happened here? It goes down, and then buyers start to comes in, and then you see another bullish candle. What are you going to do? Are you going to take profit here? Yeah, or do you think that the price is going to go down? So you see, you only have, this is a 1 minute candle. All right, 1 minute candle, 1 minute candle. You only got 10 to 15 seconds to think. Okay, because candle keep moving, candle keep moving. So are you able to think fast? Okay, if not, then you go to 5 minutes chart. Okay, give you 5 minutes to make your decision. If you can't do it, 30 minutes. All right, now if you are working full time, you've got other jobs, where do you got time to look at all these candles? All right, that's why I keep looking at the 8 hours, because it helps those of you, which is majority of you, who are not full-time traders, to look at an 8 hours candle. Then you go to work. All right, you come back, see how it's formed. All right, you had a dinner, you sleep the next day. All right, you look at it again. You have plenty of time to make decision. All right, okay. You can't make a lot of decision in 1 minute. Not when you are looking at a chart, sitting in front of a chart. Okay, especially if you are working. This is the 1 minute chart. It's not for you. If you can do it, well, fine. Keep doing it. All right. If not, then just relax. Look at the 8 hour time frame, because if it goes your way in 8 hours, your profit is so much more. All right. It takes time, but we have a lot of time. Okay. So again, I would say it's really up to you, your hope and fear when it comes to the chart, and then yeah, you want to be safe and able to preserve your capital, isn't it? All right, so just coming to the close of the video. It's a bit long today because it's Sunday to me, so there's no live chat. I mean, market is closed, so I just try to cover some of the things that I have looked at. Okay, I may be jumping over here and there. Doesn't look very structured, but I think at least this is uh, the real me. Okay, this is how I look at things. I jump over and then I try to come up with something. I try to do my best next time to come up with a better structured way of passing knowledge. But majority of it is there. The range box, the zone, the 8 hours a day, and the things I do every day, the daily high, midpoint, and low. Okay. Um, if not, this shall be the end of this video, and I will catch you again on Monday. All right, Monday could be quiet, but still, I'll just come in and then see what the chart is doing. All right, hope you enjoy this one, and please look at the description, join my Discord group, and then you can ask more questions over there. All right, thank you. See you again.